What did you think of the Slytherin house and everyone who was associated with it?
I think actually like the house itself has like many things that people might not have seen. Is that like Slytherin is not only about uh, like um, vandalism and evil. I think there is much to it. Like if you hear back the stories of like how Malfoy, for instance, is a neglected kid in a sense, and how that perpetuated through generations of like the house itself. It's like it's based on fear, right? It's based on like neglect. So if you think like a lot about it, you figure out that there is no hate or evil. It's lack of love. And this is how
Exactly.
I see like the difference between the two houses, for instance, Gryffindor and Slytherin.
Yeah.
Is like one is the lack of what the others have.
Yeah.
In a
And
sense.
there's a very fine margin between ending up in Gryffindor and ending up in Slytherin.
Absolutely.
Because you can see, for example, have you ever noticed how Hermione was a Gryffindor through and through, and yet she broke every single rule, such as making restricted potions and going into the restricted area of the library. Which rules did they not break?
That's true.
And yet
That's
they're
true.
Gryffindor. So the
Yeah.
margin between which of those two you end up
Yeah.
must be very fine.
Absolutely. No, I can see your point. Yeah.
What did you think of the later films as they got older?
Uh, which one? Like you mean like the Deathly Hollows?
Yeah,
And I think like there is really an evolution of like the characters. Like you grew up with them, so like you kind of form such a close relationship between like the characters and you see yourself in the personality. For instance, like I remember the Goblet of Fire, the fifth movie, was actually when I discovered that like people actually shift certainly personality wise, and I saw it in Hermione, I saw it in Ron, I saw it in Harry as well. It's like the from kids to like discovering and curiosity to competition. That's how like you become certainly like you're trying to make your mark. Who's better than who? Uh, what can they bring to their house? Like I think that movie and the later movies revealed that part of the characters.